the power of strategic partnerships and creating a win-win deal. Of course, when an agency or anyone in marketing hears performance-based or rev share, if you're young, that can sound great. And if you're a go-getter with a very specific strategy for a very specific niche, it can win. Us as an agency, we know the value in our services, and it's not something we do often unless it is the right place and time and we have that conversation. But some business owners are dead set in their ways and needing that, and that's okay.
So I will say that the services have been, in a sense, it's not a crazy beast to try and argue the ROI of. When you have a product, it's really easy to say, all right, well, I'm going to give you this piece to your manufacturing equipment and it's going to increase, outputs X percentage. In services, everything's kind of arbitrary in a sense. There isn't, a for sure guarantee. Everybody's process, especially in marketing, is different. Everybody's system is different. Everybody's margins are different themselves. So it is really hard for us to come into these conversations and say, yes, we can guarantee you, 300x% ROI or return on your investment, but there's things that are even out of our control in the service world that really, make it hard for us to kind of argue that ROI value. So it's really important for us when we're in those conversations to be able to derive not so much, hey, we're going to get you, XYZ, results, but in a sense, get them to understand the long-term value, I think, more so of marketing and not the quick wins. Everybody wants quick wins in marketing, but I think marketing at the end of the day is honestly a long-term play.
We see the overnight exponential growth, but we don't see the 6 years of work behind that to get there, to be able to do that, which is just so important. And misunderstood partners come to us all the time. It's like, I need this by then. And it's like, we haven't done anything. We've got to create data. I don't know how long that's going to take. I have an estimate. I've seen it work in your industry before on this cadence, but maybe your brand isn't as good. Maybe your brand better. Pitching it's not arbitrary, but it's damn close to being it, because I'm going to put this proposal and it's going to be a year and we're going to be committed to each other. And more often than not, in 3-4 months, it's shooting ourselves in the foot, but we have to abide by that because that's what we pitched, and we have to be honest to our terms. So that's what is the win-win. He's like, maybe your contract is for a year, but maybe there's like quarterly reviews and modifications. At least our advertising deals are very much so like, we're going to modify and move. We're going to try TikTok and YouTube. We don't know which is going to win. I can't say that. The data is going to do all the talking. So I think that plays in. The if factor is so apparent, but business owners need to be aware of that. And they are. I think people get that, but you see another restaurant, burger shop open up and their doors are filled for months thereafter. It's like, well, yeah, because they had the money to buy that perfect location. They had their menus beautiful. They have really good food in the back end. Their beer isn't overpriced. So
there always is an aspect of luck involved in it too, right? They could have the best location. They could have, the best menu. They could have the best, whatever the heck it may be. But at the end of the day, in any aspect of sales, there always is an aspect of luck to it.
I would say luck is the byproduct of hard work. So if you're working hard, your odds are better at getting lucky.
We had a client, who came to us recently over the last, month. And after, talking with them a few times, taking a look, into their business and trying to work on a proposal for them, we were looking through, our marketing profitability calculator that we had to really give us a gauge as far as, what expected ROI these folks can see when they start thinking more heavily about their marketing investments and where they want to take their marketing goals over the next year. It has nothing, quite honestly, to do with VIX, more so just straight marketing spend based on their goals and their expectations. But she came to us with, I have to have an at least 300% ROI. After putting her exact margins, her cost per acquisition per customer into our calculator, it was kicking her out an ROI of 250%. So I think there is an aspect of business owners coming to terms with and kind of lowering their expectations in a sense that like everybody wants, to reach as many customers as they can, at any given moment and any given time. But there needs to be realistic expectations set and not, blank promises made with these clients and these prospects when you're speaking with them and talking about, taking on their marketing business.
It's just about education at the end of the day. I think every win-win deal is about educating both ways. We have to understand the business that we're partnering with, and they have to understand us and why we're doing things.